Hi everyone, nice to see you all here again. Today I was thinking about cleaning the flat up a bit because it's looking a bit untidy. You know, when you feel that you've got to clean something, it's so easy to clean our brains, isn't it? It's just hard work, and by giving yourself some time just to come away from that and meditate, so that you know where you are, and that you feel that you're much better and you're calm when you meditate, and it's a lot easier. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes today to discuss with you a little bit about stressful situations. So stresses within our daily life, our work life, they're avoided, aren't they? Well, excuse me, because they're prominent, and they rise their heads quite often. I think that they are avoidable. So with me, I mean, it was difficult for me when I was working. I didn't want a boss. I didn't really feel that there was that much of a need for one because I was my own boss and I quite enjoyed my own company and I did quite well with it. But now I think that because I've sort of become selfless and become kind of in my own hermitage, if you like, at my stage of life, and I think that it's nice because I don't have to kind of answer to anyone, even myself. You know, now I just sort of go with my inner samadhi, and to be honest with you, reaching samadhi is really important if you can do it. And if you're a yogi, then go for it because it's amazing. And if you're not a yogi, then go for it as well. And one of the things about that is it's just a stress reliever by any means because you don't have to think anymore. Your thoughts are no longer your own. You go into a disillusionment. There's so many phases of it, but you go into disillusionment at one of the phases, and that's the phase that I found the most difficult. And I was working with it and I was thinking, I am completely without faith about this. I don't know where I am and what am I doing? Who am I talking to? Who am I with? Who do I trust? You know, and all that sort of stuff. And it was a bit scary. And so I decided that that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I just said, okay, well, this is what I've got to do. I read up about it a little bit more, and I read my own book that I was writing. And I read back on it, and there was a couple of passages in there which were making me feel that the motivation skills that I had when I was running my company was a little bit more than needed. And to give people that sort of great pep talking, it's great, but to give them too much is obviously teaching themselves, and then you have no good energy yourself. So then you would kind of, you get a little bit more drained. So I'm going to talk about the frequency that we have in our sacrum today. If you don't know what a sacrum is, it's the orange part of our chakras, which is just situated just below the belly, about an inch or so below the belly, and it's on our backs. And it's an orange. It's like a beautiful burnt orange color. If you can imagine a beautiful burnt orange color, like the Swami's robes or something like that color. That's where we're going to kind of imagine that we are today, or well, that's where we're going to be. All right, so take a deep breath in and exhale, and another, and exhale, and another, and exhale, and one more, and exhale. Okay. So I want you to now be grounded in your seat, and I want you to feel that your eyelids are relaxing. The muscles around your eyes are relaxing. Your tongue, release your tongue into your shoulders now, working our way down through the spine, onto our down to our lower back. There. Okay. Medallion. Go down a bit longer. There you go, coccygeal. Okay. And then I want us to just let it stay there for a minute. Now, I want you to imagine now on our coccygeal where we are. That's basically where our sacral is, and sometimes it's overworked. And what we have to do when it is overworked, it is not vital, but it is important that we show each other that we can meditate on our own or meditate on our own volition. What it does is it's making stuff up. So it's basically the one that is producing, is the product of our own achievements and our own motivation. Okay, so I just want us to imagine there a really lovely orange color. Just go into the orange there, where the coccygeal is on the back. That's where you feel it. Wherever it is you feel it, that's yours. And I want us to give thanks and gratitude today, because we are still children of God, and we know that our senses do have they do have a way of telling us about the way that we have a survival instinct, and we err on the side of caution when we're doing our motivation skills, because we don't know what's around the corner. So just breathe in that color. Imagine that you're breathing in saffron. And I don't know if you've ever smelled saffron, but it's a beautiful smell. It's quite a distinctive taste and smell. The color's beautiful. Anyway, turmeric as well. Oh, okay. Now, I just feel the peace around there. Now, some days we go into our worldly, our peaceful world out there, and we fit in where we can do. Sometimes we may feel faint. Discoveries, subtle awarenesses that we may be working out our karma. In some respects, there is karma to be worked out. That is the product of Prakriti. And also not to be too ashamed about your karma, because you are doing some good work for the rest of the world, and the people that you are around at the time as well have also got good karma to work with. So just remember that. So it's peaceful where you are. It's calm where you are. You hear nothing. You do nothing. You move a little bit in your seat. If you can, stay there. Now if you're in lotus, upper lotus, that's okay too. But it's also, don't forget, for all ages. So it will be what it is for any of us who are aged. Now imagine that your bum is just completely planted on the floor or the seat, as it was when you were a guided little child. And I want you to imagine that that you can go around a bit more on the scoot, or you can try and get up onto your knees. Now what you can do is you can tell yourself that you weren't thinking that you could be able to do that, and it turned into something different. Now what I mean by that, well, I see what you mean, but you can't understand it at the moment because you may be picking up on some little bit of samyama, which is the part of your life which you need to work on yourselves. Okay. So now that we have medullary, which is a little bit above Vestigure. Okay. That's the one that gives us the determination to get on with our product and our life, the product of our life, which is the nature that we are in, we're Prakriti. And then, okay, we'll have tea with, will help to, it would help to just relieve that there. And just go a little bit deeper if you can. There. Okay. Now just settle down here for a minute and just chill right there. See the difference. Feel the difference. Notice the little changes that have been made. Come up again in my mind. Bring up gratitude again from there. Up into your heart. That's it. And then put it back down again where I know where you are. I can see that now. That's it. So like a dream, isn't it? Life is sometimes a little bit less motivational than we want it to be, because we don't seem to be able to get up our bottoms, because if we can't, then we didn't. That's okay. But anyway, hey, nice one now, just to do this one, okay? When we breathe in a little bit more, I want us to breathe in that orange and imagine that you've got a lion's head. The minor lion, the minor or the major, it's up to you. It's definitely a good energy to have the lion's energy, the lion's head. So if you pull it up from the coccygeal to the medallion, which is just above the coccygeal, small bit. A little bit there, that's it. Now listen to it, what the growl says to you. Is it hunger? Yeah. Because the lion's always hungry. He's always hungry, wants something to eat all the time. And what you've got to be is, you've got to be his friend. But don't overfeed him, because then he'll get greedy and he'll get one up on you. And you'll know about it. The lion. Now. Listen to him. Listen to him purr. Or her, could be a lioness, it's up to you. That's the best friend that you ever had. That's your motivational scales. That's your boss. That is the love of your life, be it male or female. That's your partnership with singularity. That's your partnership with loneliness. That's your partnership with grief. That's your partnership with love. All of the above is right there in that hunger. Because we strive to desire. And our desires are the things that distract us away and cause disillusionment for others. Because we can't go on listening to it. Our disillusionment won't allow that. We need to know that we can get to a special level where we are. Nikaivalya.